Hello, this is Sevon. Welcome to this version of the Hyeland Brief. Before we get into today's topic, I want to share with you that we've been spending a lot of effort and time working on the Armenian American Forum. It's a conference that we at the Hyeland Project are hosting. The leaders of the Armenian American community, leading intellectuals and academics and businessmen, to get together in Nashville from March 7th through 9th to share what they're doing, raising awareness of what they're doing, sharing best practices, and raising or identifying capability gaps within the Armenian American community. So it's going to be a relatively small event, but I'd like all of our Hyeland Project followers to consider attending. We'll reserve some tickets for you folks, and it'll be a good opportunity for our nascent community to connect over a sort of marquee event that we're hosting and participating in. So I encourage you to go to our website at the events page of our website. You'll see all the details, and if you have any questions, just reach out. And so getting into the topic, as part of this organizing the Armenian American Forum, I've interacted with various folks, and most of them get the value and are interested in the idea of creating new Armenian American communities. It's sort of like intuitively interesting, and there's precedents for it, right? For instance, I'm inspired to do this by like my grandpa's work in Houston, for instance. Of course, the difference there was that Houston, the magnet was like the oil industry and healthcare industry and things like that. Whereas this is a little bit more mindful, and we're utilizing the internet to sort of find folks that are interested in what we're doing. With that being said, though, there was an organization. I won't call them out by name, but let's say this: they are, I think, definitionally a cult. And so I'll use your imagination to figure out who they are. And they were concerned that us, the Hyeland Project, hosting this event, this Armenian American Forum, was, I guess, somehow risky for them to attend, or politically risky. I'm not exactly sure because there's so many other Armenian organizations attending. But they said, you seem like a cult. Your website says our children are under attack and this and that. And so, I won't get too petty with it, but let's address that. Is the Hyeland Project a cult? No, we're not. What we are is an organization that's trying to encourage folks that already are thinking of moving to consider moving here to Middle Tennessee and to form a community with us. Oh my. So I think it's too cold for my phone holder to stick to the window. So this is what we're going to try to do. It is a snow day after all, so excuse the less than ideal angle. So where did I was leaving off? What is the Hyeland Project? So we're really two parts, right? Maybe three parts. We're raising awareness that this is a great place to live, and we're trying to, whether through the search engine, or word of mouth, or marketing, such as putting on an event like the Armenian American Forum, we want people who are considering moving already, whether they want lower taxes and they can work from home like myself, or they think it's too expensive where they live to raise kids like myself, or they prioritize liberty and freedom like myself, or they think that the place they grew up is sort of like toxic, not good place for your mental health, like myself. Whatever your reason is, you're thinking about moving. Maybe you're even thinking about moving to the South. Maybe you're even thinking about moving to Tennessee because it's a uniquely awesome place. We're here to provide information about what is it like to live here. That's the first thing we do. The second thing is, by putting ourselves out there in this way, we're like a filter. We're going to find like-minded Armenians that value the same things that we value, and that makes for the ingredients of a good community. So we're serving as this filter function. And the third thing that we're going to function as is to make it easy to move here. And not just through the education, but for instance, Naira, my partner, is becoming a real estate agent. She also builds houses. So we're going to make it so that you can ask questions of people that have gone through the process of moving here and starting a life here, and potentially even providing services for that if you so wish. And so nothing about that screams cult to me at all, right? Because we're not telling you what to do when you come here. We're not saying we're going to live in a compound together. We're not saying anything like that. And to really drive home this point, people talk a lot of trash, say a lot of bad things about libertarians. You know, even libertarians talk bad about libertarians. The Hyeland Project is copying the model of a fairly influential libertarian organization called the Free State Project. I encourage you to look them up. We're copying them because they were able to get 20,000 libertarians to sign up to say they will move to New Hampshire, not Tennessee. And they had reasons for doing that. They wanted to create a state that had like a high percentage of libertarians. And I find this interesting. One, I signed up in my youth, and clearly I didn't move there. So 20,000 people signed up. Of the 20,000, 10,000 moved. So they pledged to move. Sorry, Free State Project, I broke my pledge. I'm sure you guys have gone over it by now. But they've been successful. They got 10,000 people to actually move. And they did that by being non-prescriptive. They didn't tell the libertarians what to do when they moved. And if they tried to tell the libertarians what to do when they moved, they would have failed. They would not have gotten anyone to move, because libertarians and Armenians have very similar characteristics. They both hate being told what to do. They all want to be the boss, and they're all highly distrustful. Those are not the ingredients for a really strong cult. Okay? Like, unless you have it's just not going to happen. And they don't need to. The libertarians believe in this concept called emergent order. They don't need to tell you what to do. They don't believe in telling people what to do. They actually have been very successful in enterprise, like in the business world. They've been very successful in the political world in New Hampshire. They've been very successful in starting social clubs and families, new people getting together, married, having kids. You didn't have to plan that. There was no planning involved. It's because the Free State Project acted as a filter that found the right types of people that believed in the same things. And they're spread out across the whole state, right? So they didn't even say where to move within New Hampshire. So again, we're copying their model. We're not trying to form a cult. We're not trying to tell you what to believe. We're not trying to tell you how to live. We're saying, come move in, within 30 minutes, 45-minute proximity of us. And from there, we'll see what happens, right? That will be the nucleus of our community. If some folks go off and start building an Armenian church, fantastic. We're not planning it, though. If they go off and start a business or a city, they want to build a city. I want to build a city. I want to build a network community. If you're interested in that, I just got published, good for me, in a journal about network state architecture. And yeah, I want to build a component of a network state. But you don't have to believe in that to move here. You don't have to be part of it. Now, are the people that move here likely to participate because the filter is strong and it's the same type of mindset? Yeah, probably. People might be interested in that. But there's no prescription that you need to do that, right? Come if you like it. If you're already thinking about moving, consider moving here. Why? Well, go to our blog, watch our videos, go to our website. There's a lot of good reasons, right? And maybe they vibe with you, If not, we're going to lock you in the basement. I'm joking, of course. We won't do that. We're not a cult. And frankly, if you're watching TV, you're in a cult and you're drinking the koolaid as it is. So I'll leave you with that. Thank you for your time, and keep an eye out for our next video.